Hello and welcome. You're watching 5 at 5, and we will discuss something really important as far as the teams. Obviously, there's a title to the topic, but we'll obviously talk about in depth about the teams. The top teams who are not able to make it to the playoffs. There are teams, obviously, we have discussed at our 12 p.m. show. Obviously, the qualifier one, we have discussed a lot. And obviously, the other part of the news, which is very much viral in the social media about the Travis Head's wife's comment. It's viral at this point of time, so we shed light on that also at our 12 p.m. show. But this is all about the important statement from Karan Pollard last evening. He specifically said that he's not means he from what he said, it's looked like that he's non-committal as far as Hardik Pandya's captaincy in Mumbai Indians is concerned. I'll go to the exact statement also in a bit. But it's not only about Hardik Pandya, it's about CSK also. It's about Kolkata Knight Riders also. And there is a buzz around captaincy in these all three franchises. Maybe a little amount of buzz as far as CSK is concerned, because Rutraj Gaikwad, obviously, this is not multiple seasons where he hasn't done well as far as the captain Rutraj is concerned. Yes, last 3 seasons, Chennai not able to make it to the playoffs, but last season he was not, part of the Chennai Super Kings campaign for the whole full season. It was an injury bit also where he struggled, and apart from that, there's this season around where his bat didn't did well, and the captaincy wise also he didn't look well. On the KKR part, we all know that there is a lot of discussions around that whether they will carry with Ajinkya Rahane as far as KKR captain is concerned. But when it comes down to talking about Hardik Pandya and talking about Karan Pollard, it was very very straightforward kind of answer. He said that you sit, you talk, sees what's best, never know what's going to happen. So that's what Karen Pollard said. For us, let's just lick our wounds, and in the meantime, and hopefully come back stronger in 12 months' time. So he wasn't very much committal about it. But Shubhanda, if you talk about all three scenarios, be it the Chennai Super Kings one, be it the Mumbai Indians one, and obviously the Kolkata Knight Riders one, do you think that the KKR one is very much discussed? Although KKR did really well in the second half of the season, but Mumbai Indians was a real problem, as far as the players are concerned, as far as the captaincy bit is concerned, and overall, it's been now what 3 seasons, one playoff for Mumbai Indians, but on the other two parts, it was not even they weren't able to make it playoff. So 6 years without a trophy for the first time in Mumbai Indians history.
Absolutely. Not only Mumbai Indians, if you look at all the five bottom place teams, be it Mumbai, be it Chennai, Lucknow Super Giants, big team, who have clearly said that they are looking for a leadership reset. If you look at other teams also, you mentioned, I think Kolkata Knight Riders is one. Captaincy change is inevitable.
I think
In
Lucknow
at
is also
least
one. I missed Lucknow.
yes,
Lucknow
yes.
is
Lucknow
means
is
Tom Moody
a
was.
clear cut. Is a clear cut. Clear. He gave a Tom Moody gave a clear cut answer that we are looking
Yeah,
for a leadership
we
reset.
need to
If you
push
look,
that reset button. He said
yes,
that.
if you look at Delhi Capitals also, I'm pretty sure after if the new ownership comes in, JSW group comes in, there will be discussion around captaincy of Akshar Patel. It's the second consecutive time that they started well, but did not do well in terms of playoff qualification. So uh, all these five teams will look for at least for discussions. I don't know whether all five will change their captaincy or not, but at least two to three franchisees or maybe even four. We are looking for big decisions in the coming year for sure. Lucknow, I'm pretty sure that there will be a captaincy change considering the statements that has been given by both Rishabh and Tom Moody later on. There will be a reset there for Mumbai Indians also. Yes, they did qualify for the last to the playoff for in the last season, but this season it was pretty evident that nothing is clicking under Hardik's captaincy. So uh, that's one issue that Mumbai Indians will need to chalk out if they want to again go back to the champion team that they were. Chennai Super Kings now they have Sanju Samson factor. So that will also play a big part. And if they somehow trade any of the bigger players, Indian bigger players, then this captaincy debate will increase. It won't decrease. It will increase only. And Delhi Capitals, we all know, Akshar has not done well in the last couple of years, and plus his performances also have been affected. He did not have the best of seasons with the bat. So whether it's pressure of captaincy, whether it's just a IPL captain has to go through a lot of things, team meetings, PCs, other
Mhm.
sponsor stuff. So it's not easy being an IPL captain. Virat, I think, has when he left RCB's captaincy, mentioned about it that he just wants to enjoy as a player.
Yeah.
So a captain has to go a lot, and not everyone can take up that extra responsibilities of being a captain of the team. So let's see. I'm pretty sure out of these 5 teams, I'm expecting at least 3 teams to have captaincy reset next year.
Bharat, what do you make of Karan Pollard's statement? Is it straight away a hint towards what's going to happen in IPL 2027? Not only Karan Pollard's hint, but you know, let's not go into what's going on in social media. Hardik Pandya uploading 20 pictures and not even a single picture with his teammates, or maybe from the ground. There's no picture from the ground, or maybe outside the premises of the ground. There's one photo he uploaded. The first picture of his Instagram post was that net practice. He uploaded somewhere in the midnight, a week ago. And apart from that, there's obviously his personal life into the pictures, but there is no mention as far as the team is concerned. Group of players. Obviously, there was some follow unfollow thing went. I'm not going into that, but I really want to know that. What do you think? What's the road ahead for Mumbai Indians as far as the captaincy is concerned? Is Hardik still their perfect choice, or if they have to move on, then what will be the future of Hardik Pandya? Will he stay to Mumbai Indians, or will he go to any other franchisee?
Yeah, leaving aside all those speculations, yes, first of all, I have to say that a losing team is never a happy team. So
Yeah.
they have kept losing. That's an indicator that it is not a happy team, even if you
But
don't
but
go
but
with
look at Delhi
speculations.
Capitals posts. They are looking happy also
Yes,
after losing.
who knows? They're happy outside. Who knows what's happening behind the scenes? Anyway, leaving aside that point about speculations, I guess going forward, they might have to move on from Hardik
Hmm.
Pandya as a captain. That's just my humble opinion. Yes, Pollard's statement also kind of gives a clue. See, it's franchise cricket, and if you don't do well as a captain or 2 3 seasons, yes, in one season they did reasonably well, but still over
Yes.
2 3 seasons, if you don't win a title, that also for a big team, then I guess they would definitely think of moving ahead from Hardik Pandya. But you also have to say that Mumbai Indians' problems go beyond just one player. As I noted a few days ago as well, that it is an aging side, one likes it or not, it is an aging side because a lot of players are on the wrong side of 30. Even if you look at someone like Jasprit Umrah, yes, he's a great bowler, all-time great bowler, but he's not getting any younger either. He's already about 32 or whatever it is, and he's picking up niggles injuries. And when Jasprit Umrah is picking up niggles, when your pace spearhead is not exactly at its best, then it will definitely affect the rest of the side as well because he has been the talisman of Mumbai Indians for so long, and your talisman is picking up injuries. He's not at his absolute best. He's struggling with his run up. Then it affects the rest of the setup as well. But having said that, I think Hardik Pandya, to me at least as franchise captain, may not be the case as an Indian captain whenever he's led the Indian side. It seems like he kind of loses his cool sometimes. See, in T20 cricket, especially when you're playing franchise cricket with so much tension around, you need to maintain a kind of calm countenance. You have to show that kind of calm countenance. Otherwise, it will affect the rest of the side playing 11, especially with so much tension filled around. So I think they may have to look past him, even in terms of tactical. No, so I won't look at him as one of the better captains of this IPL. Yes, you can hit back at me by saying that when a team is losing, even if you are tactically very good, it may not really turn around the fortunes. But still, I won't rate him as one of the better captains in that regard as well. So maybe he's not a good man manager. Maybe he's not that good when it comes to tactics. And when you look at Pollard's statement, kind of gives a clue, I feel. Maybe I think they're looking past him, not just Hardik Pandya. Perhaps I have a gut feel, or based on whatever it I've heard, maybe they're looking past a couple of players.
Shojani, apart from Hardik Pandya, the names we took, beat Ruturaj Gaikwad, beat Ajinkya Rahane, beat Akshar Patel, beat Rishabh Pant. There are a lot of names. There are very few at this point of time, like a Rajat Patidar, a Pat Cummins, a Shubman Gill. You can't question at this point of time. But apart from that, there are all these questions. And then obviously Riyan Parag is doing really well as a captain. But apart from that, I think all the names, you cannot be very sure about any one of them. Be it Akshar Patel, as Shubhanda rightly said, it's now 2 times. They started really well, and after that, they didn't even qualify for the playoffs. Last season was a real blunder for them, and after that, this season again, Rishabh Pant, we all know, Ajinkya Rahane, we all know, Hardik Pandya. I don't know what Mumbai want to do with him, or will they stick or will they move on? And apart from all of this, there are means a lot of names. How do you see this debate? Do you have any names around that? This will stick and this will the teams will move on.
See, starting with Akshar Patel, I think more than as a captain, as a player, he did not stand up for his team this season. Yesterday, we saw him play a beautiful innings with the bat, and then he contributed with the ball as well. But I think apart from that, throughout the season, he has been very inconsistent. And Delhi Capitals, as a team, they have made a lot of technical errors as well. What we have to keep in mind is that David Miller was not playing in the middle. For a few matches, he was dropped because of that overseas combination. And then the other batters who were there, Patum Nisanka, he was going out there. Sorry, no, wait, I'm just confusing the name with the opener. If
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
Patum
Nisanka,
Nisanka.
the Sri Lankan opener, yes. So we saw him score 100 at the World Cup, and then again when he was opening for Delhi Capitals, he was not consistent. He was not complementing KL Rahul well enough. And then you had someone like an Abhishek Porel already sitting in the dugout. You had a Prithvi Shaw, but you chose to back him. And then Pratham Nisanka, he went out there, scored some runs in 1 or 2 matches, and then again his form dipped. So I think Delhi Capitals as a management, they have made a lot of mistakes. And then Lungi and Giddy, he missed out on 2 or 3 matches. I think the bowling unit, the Pacers, they were still okay. And after Mitchell Stark came in, the team looked completely different. But Akshar Patel, as a captain, he could have done better because somewhere or the other, he was making a lot of technically the decisions were wrong that were made by him on the field. And when you talk about Ruturaj Gaikwad also, what we have to keep in mind is that the team, we talk about Dhoni, right? So when Dhoni is in the team, CSK maybe this year they were not missing him as a player, but definitely they were missing that mentorship because Ruturaj Gaikwad, he was definitely looking lost. And again, as a batter, Ruturaj Gaikwad, I don't know if it was the pressure of the captaincy or what it was, but Ruturaj was also inconsistent. He did not perform. So the captains that we are talking about, we have to keep in mind that none of them performed. Ajinkya Rahane, he did not perform. Yesterday also, he played a knock, but it was extremely slow. He started off very slow. It was almost, it was being compared to a test innings. Then in the middle overs, he took, the momentum picked up and then he started hitting, but he could not help his team win the match. So all these players out there, the reason why the franchise is not performing is also because they have not stood up as a captain. On the other hand, Riyan Parag, in the beginning, Riyan Parag was not performing, but the team backed him. There were players out there who were going out there, they were performing, and there was a lot of coordination. So the team was acting as a unit. But with these other teams that you're talking about, be it LSG, Rishabh Pant also did not perform this season. So, even when the captain is not performing, you have the other players have to go out there and back the captains. And I think this was missing from all 4 teams that we're talking about.
Shubhanda, what do you think? What do you see as far as Hardik Pandya is concerned? If I talk specifically about him, are there any teams? Means let's create a situation hypothetically. Means if Mumbai wants to move on, who can be the potential buyers for Hardik Pandya? Means who are the teams need a captain at this point of time? There are multiple teams who will give means any kind of money for Hardik Pandya at this point of time because he is just not a player, but he is the brand also. He can give you anything, be it batting wise, be it bowling wise, be it the captain's option and the brand. Who are the teams you think that could be really go for him? Means with heavy bucks. Just specifically talking about Hardik Pandya.
So there will be multiple teams, I am pretty sure. If Hardik Pandya is available, I don't think any team, any of the 10 teams will say, no, we don't want Hardik Pandya. Of course,
Are you
besides the
expecting
team
a
that
trade
is
also? Means trade-wise also, because on Rishabh Pant's case, the trade is not an option. For Rishabh Pant, he has to come to the auction.
Yes.
27 crores. I think if you talk about the trade value, I don't think the trade will go with Rishabh Pant, as easy. But with Hardik Pandya,
Hardik was also 30 CR, na? What was the amount deducted?
No, 18.
He was retained.
18.
18.
Yeah. 18.
But
No,
will Hardik...
not even 18, I think. 18 was, I think, Bumrah. 18 was Bumrah. He was 16.5, if I'm not wrong.
So So will Hardik be very happy with 15 or 18 CR if he knows he's getting 25-30 easily in the option? I don't think he will be pretty happy. Of course, if there's there could be different trade options as well. Uh, but
But
Hardik
if you
trade
look
is a
at but if you look
Hardik
at the
trade is a
options,
huh.
if you look at the options who will come into the auction, means potential options, I don't think that there will be any bigger name than Hardik Pandya. If Hardik
Yeah,
Pandya is in auction, then I think he will be the biggest buy. And
of course,
means suppose a Rishabh Pant also comes to the auction. Suppose a Ajinkya Rahane also comes to the auction. Akshar Patel is also a potential all rounder you have who has captained his team. But the kind of performances Hardik Pandya, IPL winning captain, obviously he carried GT to the runner-up slot also, and then the kind of performance he has done for India also. We know how important his contribution there in the 2024 World Cup, in this World Cup also. So I don't think that any player will. If we all know that how important is that all-rounder slot, how rare are the creamy layer of all-rounders in auction. That's why Cameron Green took means went for so much of amount. And if Hardik comes to the auction, I don't think that anyone will surpass him. If it comes down to someone like a Rishabh Pant or maybe Akshar Patel or Ajinkya Rahane or maybe someone else as a captain or as a all rounder option also. So you think that
trade
it's going to be
trade is a bit unlikely, I would say, because if you look at Cameron Green, he went for 25 CR. If KKR offers a Cameron Green in place of a Hardik Pandya, then 25 CR gets deducted from Mumbai Indians' purse as well. So Mumbai will think that we can get Cameron Green for a lesser amount. Given that next year is Ashes, we don't know whether Cameron Green will be available completely or not. Bowling workload, we know how Cricket Australia dealt with their players this season or not. If KKR offers a Pathirana, they will be like, okay, we don't know about his
but that's
fitness
not
status.
only that amount, but they have to pay the transfer amount also, no? The
Yes,
transfer
yes.
fee also.
So why would any franchisee pay give a player plus pay that extra amount if in case they know that they can buy Hardik for a 25-30 crore sum in the auction? I think that's a better deal for at least the party who is interested to buy Hardik Pandya. And there will be a lot. For example, Lucknow Super Giants, they don't, as you said about Rishabh Pant, had Rishabh Pant been around that 18-20 CR mark, then I think that would have been a very likely trade. Mumbai also need a domestic Indian wicket keeper. We could have talked about that. Uh, I would also put Sunrisers Hyderabad captaincy as well in this contention, considering next year is Ashes year. You don't know how Pat Cummins will be there. Yes, Ishan Kishan is
Yeah,
your next option. Yes,
yeah.
Ishan Kishan is there in your option, but Hardik is Hardik. Of course, if Pat Cummins is not available completely, you would want someone like Hardik Pandya is of course a bonus in any team. Delhi Capitals, they have good players. Akshar, if they want to throw in some a pretty young a couple of young cricketers there. You don't know, maybe a Kuldeep Yadav, maybe a Prithvi Shaw. Then you can look into different combination. If India they want an uncapped Indian player, then Abhishek Porel is also an option. So they can put in a couple of Akif Nabis there. So they can put in a two, three, four players for Hardik Pandya in case they want to do a trade for
I think
between the DC and MI. CSK
I
also
think
have a Prashant Will. They can free up that purse. Karthik Sharma, they can free up that purse. But trade, I feel, is going to be a bit tricky deal for all the parties.
I think CSK you also saying because you saw Hardik Pandya's story today morning. That seven
No, no, no,
seven
no.
that 7-7 written on the wallpaper. There's a lot of pink into
Every,
that wallpaper,
that,
into that
that, that,
piece of
that,
paper. But I don't
Mumbai,
know about
Mumbai for Rajasthan, well, they can also offer a couple of players for Hardik Pandya.
all depends
So
on what Mr. Lakshmi Mittal is thinking at this point of time.
yes, yes,
But
yes. So and even I won't rule out an RCB. Why not RCB? Why are we not counting RCB there? Yes, captaincy wise, yes. Rajat
yeah,
Patidar is pretty stable and he's doing well. But if Hardik says, okay, I'll come to the team, just like Sanju Samson came in, that I'm happy to play as a player. If it is
Tim
a
David
stable
back to
unit,
Mumbai.
Tim David can go. They can offer a couple of players. They can. It's an aging side. They can offer a Jacob Duffy. They can offer Rasik Salam. into the mix. They can offer maybe a Krunal Pandya, Hardik
I think
Pandya.
Rashik has also played. I think Rashik made his
Yes,
debut.
yes,
I
yes.
think in
And
Mumbai.
for Mumbai, you have a Krunal Pandya as well. You don't know. You have a Jitesh Sharma as well. So a lot of things
Bharat,
can happen. I'm
let
pretty
us
sure all the teams will be interested.
go to Bharat on Hardik's trade to RCB, because Bharat, your potential, hypothetical situation. If I create a hypothetical situation around Hardik Pandya, I think the best option will be a player-to-player trade rather than a one-side trade, because one-side trade will be way more costlier than, if you go by player-to-player trade. So, do you think that there are teams who can do this easily when it comes down to Hardik Pandya moving to any other team? And if it's a player-to-player deal, is there any options in RCB? Can we start from RCB and then move to other franchises? Your potential options.
With RCB, oh my God, I don't think they will look for that kind of a trade. I honestly don't think so, because they have
They
a kind of
already did
settled
one
setup, obviously.
when Hardik came from GT
Yes,
to Mumbai.
yes, yes. They're kind of very settled setup. I'm not very sure. They're looking at a pace bowling all rounder as of now. Yes, you can hit back by saying that there's someone called Romare Shepherd and is not performing his duties. I know he's an
Yeah.
overseas player, but still, he's not performing his duties as an all rounder. But I guess
Pandya
they're not
brothers in the
exactly.
same team, not a bad deal, Bharat. Pandya brothers in same team, they've won multiple trophies also.
Sorry.
Pandya
Pandya
brothers in
brothers.
same team, not a
Pandya
bad deal,
Brothers,
Bharat.
yeah, Pandya Brothers, yeah, yeah. Suddenly, I don't know what happened to my ears. I heard Punjab Brothers. I'm thinking, what exactly is Punjab Brothers here? but are Krunal Pandya and Hardik Pandya in, what can I say? Are they in, what can I say? Is there a strong bond at present? I don't know. It feels as if there is something going on between the two Pandya brothers. That is how it feels like. Even when I was covering the game in one of the games at Chineswami, the way I think it's not a Chineswami. I was watching it on TV. I think the way Krunal Pandya acted, it didn't feel as if the two brothers have a very strong bond at present. Anyway, I don't think a trade will happen as far as Royal Challengers Bangalore is concerned. When it comes to
Any other team?
Pandya, I've not really heard any
Any
other
other
team.
team, Bharat? Do you think potentially at this point of time required the means who has the need this kind of services, Hardik Pandya services?
Maybe one of those lower ranked teams. Maybe it
Okay.
is someone like Delhi Capitals, one of the lower ranked
Mhm.
teams, maybe looking at him, or maybe obviously there were speculations. I don't know about these speculations about Chennai Super Kings, about Punjab Kings. These two teams, there were a few speculations. Maybe it is one of the lower ranked teams, but I don't think anything like that will happen with regard to RCB as far as I know. Suddenly, who knows what will happen in the world of IPL.
But I have a
Sure.
question here for Shubhananda. Shubhananda, I mean, why are we ruling out the possibility of Lucknow Super Giants? I mean, is there a possibility of Lucknow going ahead with Hardik? I mean, just a question.
Yes, they have the option. If they go to auction, then they might release Rishabh Pant and free up that 27 CR. They have plenty of good Indian pacers. Mumbai Indians right now are short of good young pacers. They can ask for a Mayank Yadav. They can ask for an Avesh Khan.
Mohsin Khan can
Mohsin
go
Khan
back to
is
Mumbai
there.
Indians again.
Yes, Mohsin Khan is there. So there are plenty of good pacers in their ranks. They can go and do a deal if they want an overseas player. Mitch Marsh is there. Aiden Markram is there. Plenty of good players. Ayush Badoni is there. So Lucknow Super Giants have some good Indian players, which any team would be interested in. So I'm not ruling Lucknow Super Giants completely. In case things go to the auction table, also LSG will have that leverage of getting a bigger purse by releasing some of the players who have not performed this year.
Yes, actually, it's a dark horse. LSE looks like a dark horse to me because
Plus,
Tom Moody is also.
their
Yeah,
ownership
yeah,
likes
yes,
these big players.
yes. And also, Tom Moody, has given a clear indicator about a certain player. So they're
Yeah.
definitely looking at not just changes to one player, maybe they're looking at more than just one player. So I think it's pretty much a dark horse.
I think means as far as the possibilities are concerned, I think what we are just 4 months away. It's now May is running on at this point of time, and then we have a June, we have a July, we have a August, we have a September. from October onwards, it will be very much cut and clear to you what are the new trade rules, is there, if there's any, what are the new IPL rules, what are the limits as far as the purse is concerned. Will we see any other rise to the purse also? Because I think at this point of time it is 120 cr if I'm not wrong. And what are the what are the options as far as retentions are concerned and release are concerned? So we are not years away from it. We're just 4 months away. But it's not only about these trade possibilities also. I think there is more to it. And Shubhanda, when it comes down to the coach story of Chennai Super Kings, Indian Express reported quite vividly this. That there is a possibility, if is written very highlighted, bold, italic, underline, anything you can say. But if that happens, there is a possibility that Stephen Fleming can walk away. And there is an Indian legend. Many of the senior reporters have said Rahul Dravid. That's why I'm saying Rahul Dravid's name. And overall, if you look at the scenarios, you think that there is a possibility of that also. I'm not hearing anything as far as Mumbai Indians is concerned that Mahela Jayawardene, because Jayawardene came 2 years back, and Jayawardene
Yes.
has a really good record. As far as Mumbai Indians is concerned, I don't know about what's going on in Kolkata Knight Riders. Similar, the coach thing is going on in LSG also. Rishabh Pant saying different things there. Tom Moody and Justin Lang are saying different things. So in all of this, there's obviously the Hemang Badani and Venu Gopal Rao case in Delhi Capitals also. Maybe when Parth Jindal and his thing JSW comes in, there might be a change there. So do you think coaching wise also Chennai has a story, LSG has a story, then Delhi could be a story, potential story. Kolkata Knight Riders, I don't know. You can put more light on that. What's going on with Abhishek Nair? What's going to happen with all these big names like Tim Southee, Shane Watson, DJ Bravo? So yeah, anything related to that coaching thing?
I think I'll pick four teams who can have coaching staff changes for the coming season. Chennai Super Kings, you mentioned. I think it's been a while. It's been a while that they have been dependent, or they have had Stephen Fleming in their setup. So sometimes reset, sometimes refreshing things also help a team grow further.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if there's a shake up in that CSK coaching staff. Similarly, in Kolkata Knight Riders, is Abhishek Nair the right man to be the head coach? As a batting coach or an assistant coach, I have no problem with it. But is Abhishek Nair the right person to take the weight of such a big franchisee going forward? That can be debated. Lucknow Super Giants, we don't know what's brewing inside, whether it's captaincy change. You do never know that Rishabh Pant might stay, and the entire coaching staff goes off. So that is also a possibility. So I'm not ruling that out. Delhi Capitals, of course, you don't know what's going with that ownership things. If the new owners come in, they would want their own coaching staff to come in and take the responsibility of the next 2 years. It's a tricky area with coaches, because you need to have good coaches available as well. And right now, most of the Indian coaches, they have been roped in by BCCI at the center of excellence. So you don't have a lot of younger coaches. Foreign coaches are always tricky. Whether they look at the Lucknow Super Giants, foreign coaches are always tricky. Whether you can have that rapport with Indian players, whether the tactics, the thought
Knowledge of the
process,
domestic players also.
knowledge of the domestic players. So it's a tricky area as far as the foreign coaches are concerned, and you need to have good coaches available as well. Uh, if you don't get a better replacement, then why would you replace someone who is already at the helm? So better give them another shot than going for a riskier option, in my opinion. So let's see. But at least 2 3 franchises I'm expecting, like captaincy. I'm expecting shake up in coaching staff as well.
We'll just add a line, just add a line. On Chennai Super Kings, I'll just add a line.
Yeah.
Chennai Super Kings, I think, have done a very decent job in the 2026 IPL with all the injuries they had. Yes, it seemed as if for a couple of years that Stephen Fleming's coaching credentials were kind of redundant. But this season, I think they've done a very, very decent job with all those injuries. So I'm not very sure, in my humble opinion, if I were obviously in that management, I won't exactly look at someone else, especially considering if it is Rahul Dravid. Obviously, I'm just putting an if
Yeah.
in relation to Rahul Dravid, that he hasn't had the greatest of success in T20 cricket. If you notice, as a coach of Rajasthan Royals, I don't think he
Yeah,
has
yeah,
had a
yeah, without a
great
doubt, without
success.
a doubt. I'm
And
not.
there have been issues with how they, yeah, yeah, I'm just adding a point, and it seemed as if
No, no,
there
completely
have
agree,
been
completely
issues.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah, uh, the franchises that he has coached, they've kind of pressed the panic button a lot of times. They've
yeah.
made some very strange decisions as well. But who knows what will happen? Actually, the one coach who wouldn't come under scrutiny, I understand that, but someone like Punjab Kings have to move past looking at just two, three Australians, three, four Australians every single time when it comes to the auction table. If it turns out to be Xavier Bartlett, if it turns out to be Aaron Hardy, Ben Dwarcy, I think there are somewhat better cricketers in Indian domestic cricket itself. But yes, that is obviously left to the management. But I think Punjab Kings at least have to move past looking at just three, four, five Australian cricketers every single time.
Shojini, your thoughts on coaching changes? Any?
No, as of now, I think, like Shubhanda rightly mentioned, I think Abhishek Nair as a head coach, there have been certain questions regarding him because we saw him in the WPL as well. He was coaching the UP Warriors and he wasn't that great. And even the way KKR started the season, it was really disappointing because they continuously lost matches. What we have to keep in mind is that definitely the team was not clicking properly. Ajinkya Rahane as a captain, he was not performing. And then, he's also not a part of the international circuit, Ajinkya Rahane anymore. But I think the KKR coaching staff, as Shubhanda rightly mentioned, Abhishek Nair, I don't see him as a head coach next season because, they've definitely made a comeback. But the whole point is that a team should not be in a position where they have to go and make a comeback. They have to start off, confidently and rightly.
Sure. So that's it. That's it of this debate. We are what I think 26 hours. 26 hours remaining for the qualifier one encounter. It's between obviously Royal Challengers Bangalore and Gujarat Titans at Dharamshala. So we will give you all the details related to that also. We'll give you the updates on the other sports also. Our correspondent Abhishek is doing really well from Ranchi from the Federation Cup. Do make sure that you watch those videos also. You can read the articles on the Rep Sports website also. And for more anything in sports, you can subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much. Have a good day.